Hello and welcome to Meeples and Mysteries. My name is Nuno. And my name is Johnny, and the only reason you're still watching this channel. You're doing the same joke, Johnny. Fuck you, man. And today we are talking about Revenant, a game that is currently on crowdfunding. Revenant has definitely caught my eye, but not everything is sunshine and alien rainbows. So let's dive deeper. The official description reads: Revenant is a standalone competitive worker placement game of shifting alliances set in the Voidfall universe. So this is basically a worker placement mixed with area majority. Meanwhile, you are trying to gain favor with houses, influence which factions do well, and also survive extermination from an scarily advanced alien race. Those aliens are basically me when someone brings out a live family game. Destroy it! So first let's talk about the good. All in my personal opinion, of course. And disclaimer, I've never played this, I have no actual clue about this game. So starting with the theme is awesome. This feels like a mix of Battlestar Galactica with Game of Thrones or Dune, and to me that just does it. That's awesome. Humanity is almost wiped out, or something similar, and you're in a big spaceship trying to survive, but meanwhile you're also fighting the other houses and factions inside. And while you're all cooperatively trying to survive, the truth is, it will help you if some certain humans die in your attempt to escape, so that brings a nice flow that you normally don't see in this kind of games. Because nothing says teamwork like, oops, did I just accidentally venture an entire house into space? Oh, my bad. So if you like these shows and books, you can see why someone will be interested in this game right away. As for the art and color scheme, for me personally, this does it. It's also the same that's on Voidfall, so I was ready into that. It looks dark, cold, also a bit warm and futuristic. It's everything I feel inside! Also, this is going to be important for a lot of people. This is set in the Voidfall universe, a game that's really high up there for some people, considered one of the best solos and heaviest best solos. It's a game I've not tried yet, though I really want. This is doing my top 3 of heavy solos that I want to try, along with Mage Knight and Spirit Island. I have not tried any of them yet. This one seems to be the lesser of those 3, even though it's also the most recent and less well known, but at the same time it's the one that appeals to me a lot more just because of the theme. If you can't solo Mage Knight, stop pretending you're a heavy gamer! Having said that, mechanically this game has nothing to do with Voidfall. Still, this is from the same company, Mindclash, and that is a good thing. Mindclash currently has 2 games in the top 100, so that might spell good news for you. They also have a 3rd game, Tricterion, just almost climbing in. I personally ranked Anachrony #1 of the games. I forced Nuno to play until he cried. Another good thing for this one is that it's got a solo mode, that even though this game is not out, some people played it, and the initial reactions are good. We have, for example, Mike Delisio from Dice Tower saying that the game is good and has minimal upkeep, which is a big thing for a game that's supposedly to play solo the same as it plays multiplayer, and also is a heavy game, so that's something to look forward to. Another good thing, the price is shockingly reasonable for a crowdfunding campaign. I'm not saying the game is cheap for what it offers, I'm just saying that normally in crowdfunding you're used to seeing games go for really high prices, and this one does not do that. It's below 100 euros, which is weird to say that is uncommon now. And even the deluxe edition with minis doesn't go much above that, so that's cool to see. Another good thing is that they have been sending prototypes for review, which is something that a lot of people in crowdfunding just don't do, and it's always really sketchy. Why wouldn't they send their game for review? It's like they're afraid that people say bad things. This one is nothing like that, and it's got already a lot of good reviews across the board, even though it was a really early prototype, and most reviews also say there's problems in the game that could make the game go a lot higher if they're solved. And the team has been vocal about that and about how they're solving those problems. So that's really good. Although none of the reviews said the game is like one of the best of all time, for such an heavy game, these games tend to go higher as time goes by. Doesn't always happen, but it could. So now I've already briefly mentioned a lot of the good, potential good, because remember I've tried this game, so let's talk about the bad now. As I've been saying, this is a crowdfunding game. That means limited reviews. All those reviews are sponsored in a way, even if it's just getting a review copy. It always has an influence, so everything should be taken with a grain of salt. If you're not dumping a full bag of salt on crowdfunding promises, you're a rookie. Then the designer, and I don't mean this as the designer is bad, is that we don't really know a lot of credits for this designer, so it's neither good nor bad. We don't really have anything telling us that this should be good. The designer for this game has only one previous credit game, which is a game with a 6.6 on BGG that's not really that well known. Also, it's about tile laying, so there's really no relationship. We can't really look into the designer and have an idea if this game is going to be really good. It might, but we have no previous work pointing in that direction. It's not necessarily bad, but it's also not screaming masterpiece, which is fine. Sometimes good designers do bad games, and sometimes great games come from new designers, so who's going to say? Relax! Rookies deserve a chance. Just not on my table, man, go away. Now, there's the publisher track record. As I mentioned, they have 2 games on the top BGG 100 of all time, like Anachrony and Voidfall. They also have some other games up there. But still, they also have a lot of games that are just meh, so it's always hard to say. Then the last thing that could be considered a negative, I'm coming in late on this one. This is right now a late pledge, so that means the price is a bit higher than it was initially. You do have a lot more information and the game looks more final now, but still it's a bit pricier than it was before, considering that in crowdfunding you're already paying more for taxes and shipping. So consider if it's worth getting it now, especially with the deluxe edition, or if you should just wait and get it in retail. Also considering Mindclash Games are normally available in retail everywhere, so there's really no rush for you to get it now. They also tend to put out some accessories for the deluxeification of games. I'm not saying that everything is going to be released as it was in the campaign, but there's a high chance it's going to be pretty similar, maybe a bit higher priced, but also, depending on where you live, the shipping might just be a lot less. So final thoughts. I'm heavily leaning into this one. The theme just applies to me. I'm just a sucker for it. Also, I've been enjoying more and more heavy games. I'm learning that I really like crunchy stuff, and if the theme appeals to me like it did in Frostpunk, which is a game that has a lot of problems and has a really steep learning curve and a lot of fiddly stuff, but the fact that I love the theme just makes the game worthwhile for me, so I'm learning that personally I might really enjoy this. Also, the publisher puts me at ease. I know they do make great games. I know this game is being advertised to fit in the Voidfall universe, and it's a game that has a lot of weight for them, so I think they really want this one to be a hit. Also, the fact that it is a solo mode from a company that does good solo modes, and that the solo mode already works well for people that have been enjoying the game, like Mike Delisio. All of this is really good. My only problem is that this is a crowdfunding game, as always, we don't really know shit. Then there's the designer, that we don't really have no idea. Even if we did, we can't really make sure, but in this case there's really no previous credit that point us in a good direction. And I'm gonna be truthful, if it wasn't for this team, I wouldn't really be looking twice at this game. So take it as you will, I'll probably back this one, but you know, it's crowdfunding. Hey, I'll only back games that exceed 4 kilos of cardboard per player. You've been warned. Also, just a reminder that I think I've been forgetting to do in the last few videos. Crowdfunding is not a pre-order system. Delays happen, things go wrong, you can lose your money, products can change. So be careful, only crowdfund if you actually can. This is almost like investing money. There's investments that are safe and are going to net you something across a couple of years, and there are others that are like going to the casino. And crowdfunding is a lot like going to the casino, so be prepared for it. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is it for me. And as always, play more games and stay awesome. And especially play more of the games that I approve, which is none of them. Fuck this shit.